Before the Umayyad occupation of the Levant, the vast majority of natives of what is now known as Palestine were predominantly speakers of Semitic languages closely related to Arabic. Interestingly, though, many linguists claim there is evidence that the original Philistines, not to be confused with modern-day Palestinians, whose kingdom was near the southwestern coast of the modern state of Israel, were speakers of non-Semitic language, based on the names of their cities, some of their famous individuals, and the fact that the word Philistines, Palestine, can be translated as invaders or migrants. However, it is important to note that perhaps the sole inscription possibly attributable to the ancient Philistines, the Ekron inscription, appears to be closely related to the ancient Phoenician language, itself essentially a dialectical sister of Hebrew, albeit by non-Israelites. Additionally, examination of DNA from a recent 2016 discovery of an ancient Philistine mass grave may soon reveal the ethnographic origins of the ancient Philistines once and for all. The Philistines, however, represented only one ethnic group among at least 9 others present in the area at the time. When the Umayyad Muslim army conquered the Levant, the majority of those already present in the Holy Land were Christians, whose native language was Aramaic, a Semitic language closely related to both Hebrew and Arabic, which took root in the area following the Babylonian occupation of the Levant. Large numbers of these Aramaic-speaking Christians were descendants of Jews and Samaritans who had converted to Christianity, whether by will or by coercion. Following the arrival of the conquering Muslim Arab army in the 630s of the Common Era, the stage was set for Arabic to take root in the region. This originally Khaliji Arabic began its transformation into what would eventually become the modern family of Palestinian Arabic accents and dialects. First with exposure to an already Hebrew-influenced dialect of Aramaic, the new linguistic arrival to the region slowly transformed from its Khaliji form into a dialect influenced by the Aramaic bedrock upon which it was laid. With the arrival of the Turkish Ottoman Empire, further non-Arabic influence was added, though to a lesser extent than that of Aramaic. Then, beginning in the late 1800s, Hebrew began being revived as a spoken language in the growing Jewish community of the late Ottoman Empire. From the final days of the Ottoman Empire till the establishment of the modern state of Israel, local dialects of Palestinian Arabic had been exposed to English, the blossoming international lingua franca, for nearly half a century. Naturally, with Hebrew having become the dominant language in the state of Israel, and acquisition of Hebrew being relatively easy for Arabic speakers due to its being a sister language of Arabic, the 20% Arab Muslim Christian portion of Israeli citizenry have now for more than a century been increasingly exposed to the Hebrew language, with undeniable added influence on their vocabulary, and in some cases even on their syntax and pronunciation. This is aside from the influence Israel's Arabic-speaking Jewish population may have had on the Palestinian Arabic already present in the region, a possible factor about which all relevant research seems deafeningly silent. This is especially baffling considering that Arabic-speaking Jewish immigrants from Arab countries of differing Arabic dialects converged in this small geographic area in such a short time, and who represent a major portion of Israel's Jewish population, and a population which no doubt communicated substantially with local Arabs before their becoming fluent in Hebrew as a second language, and who, to a limited extent, continue to communicate with the local non-Jewish Arab population. Political conflict further exacerbates and simultaneously exemplifies the diversity of Palestinian Arabic. The fact that political conflict has for a substantial time now divided Arabic-speaking Palestinians into various distinct groups is a factor that cannot be ignored. Arabic-speaking citizens of Israel are significantly more exposed to Hebrew than Arabic-speaking residents of the West Bank and Gaza. Additionally, despite Gazan and West Bank Arabic speakers' limited exposure to Hebrew relative to their Israeli Arab counterparts, nonetheless, Gazan and West Bank Arabs are also substantially more exposed to Hebrew than those Palestinians who have been isolated in refugee camps in Lebanon and elsewhere for more than half a century. Those living in Lebanon, for example, are developing a Palestinian Arabic which is influenced by Lebanese Arabic, whereas Arab citizens of Israel experience far greater freedom of movement. Israeli Arab speakers of urban Palestinian Arabic freely intermingle with non-urban Palestinian dialects, as a substantial portion of Arab Israeli citizens are even Bedouins. This is no small matter considering the major phonological differences existing between urban and non-urban forms of Palestinian Arabic, examples ranging from the complete elision of qa in urban settings to pronouncing the same letter as a soft G as in the word good, as well as some pronouncing tha as a ta in urban settings, to more consistent pronouncing of the same letter as a tha in the rural forms of Palestinian Arabic. And finally, topping off the diversity of accents and dialects in Palestinian Arabic is the controversy over the relationship between Palestinian Arabic and Jordanian Arabic, considering the very high percentage of Palestinian citizens of Jordan, as well as the historical inclusion of much of Jordan and Amman in particular in historical geographic definitions of Palestine.